morning, the alleged mastermind behind Tshegofatso Pule's murder is expected to appear in the High Court in Johannesburg today. Ntuthuko Shoba was left out in the cold after his lawyer, Shadi Setole, withdrew from the case. It happened during a court appearance where Shoba was trying to block his transfer from Krugersdorp police holding cells. Shoba claims his life is in danger, saying he received threatening WhatsApp messages, apparently from hitman Muzikaise Malepane. Well, eNCA's Lindokuhle Xulu is following that story for us. Let's find out from him what's expected to happen this morning. Lindo, good morning to you. And we understand it is pre-trial today. What happens there?
That's right, Ntuthuko. We're expecting that the pre-trial of Ntuthuko Shoba will commence today at the South Gauteng High Court. We're expecting that the state will be presenting its evidence to a judge. You'd remember that magistrates do not preside over murder cases. That is why this case has been moved now from the Roodepoort Magistrates Court, and it's now here at the South Gauteng High Court. But what we're expecting is the state to actually present its case, to present some of the evidence it has against Ntuthuko Shoba, the alleged mastermind in the murder of Tshegofatso Pule. But what we are also expecting, Ntuthuko, as you had mentioned in that particular intro of yours, is the fact that Shoba's lawyer stepped down the last time he was at the Roodepoort Magistrates Court, trying to secure a place at Krugersdorp prison instead of coming to Johannesburg prison. So we are expecting that he will also be letting the court know in terms of representatives who is going to be his legal representative. The last time when he was in court trying to actually be detained at Krugersdorp prison, we understand that he even had to advocate for himself, and he even had to cross-examine an official of the Johannesburg prison who testified that Shoba would not be in danger in terms of Muzikaise Malepane, after alleging that there are some threats that are coming to him, WhatsApp messages that are circulating, threatening his life. The court official in that particular bid for Shoba to stay in Krugersdorp did make it clear that those that are actually serving time are on the one end of the prison, and those that are awaiting a trial are on the other side, so that his life will not be in danger. That is how his application was denied. But the double whammy was when his representative also stepped down. So we understand that today will be the opportunity for him to actually make it clear who his legal representative will be when trial commences. But also we're expecting the state to convince the court today as to their evidence. What exactly do they have that they believe that this particular murder case, as well as as well as conspiracies to commit murder, and of course defeating the ends of justice, all of those charges that they are laying against him, we're expecting them to bring about evidence so that they can prove exactly what they want Shoba to go down for in this murder case of Tshegofatso Pule.
All right, so we will hopefully get some clarity then on whether he actually has legal representation this morning, and then obviously what that would mean for whether we actually get started with this, even if it's pre-trial at the moment. So just take us back a little bit, Lindo, to exactly, what's his involvement, his alleged involvement here, especially with the man he says who's been threatening him already behind bars for this murder. Just take us back to what the actual allegations are regarding Ntuthuko Shoba.
Well, Ntuthuko Shoba is alleged to have been the mastermind behind Tshegofatso Pule's murder. We understand that the allegations from the self-confessed killer of Tshegofatso Pule, that is Muzikaise Shoba, that he was in fact instructed by Shoba and he was paid to in fact murder Tshegofatso Pule. We understand that this is because of the fact that Tshegofatso Pule was pregnant with Shoba's child. We understand that Shoba did not want in fact his wife to find out about this a particular pregnancy, and that is why the alleged killer, or rather the self-confessed killer, Muzikaise Malepane, is the one that is saying that Shoba then instructed him to actually carry out this murder. But it has been a long time coming towards this particular South Gauteng High Court, particularly at the Roodepoort Magistrates Court, because Shoba has been making bids to actually get bail, which both of them were denied. The first time he made bail, it was denied, but secondly, when he came back, he in fact alleged that he has new evidence that a cellmate of Muzikaise Malepane, when he was at the Krugersdorp Correctional Services Center, that was when he made it clear that Muzikaise is the one that was in a relationship with Tshegofatso Pule, alleging that they were in a relationship and they fought before he killed Tshegofatso Pule. But the state was able to prove their case in terms of retaining Shoba in court, saying that he he in fact is the one that instigated and that is the one that was giving instructions as to the murder of Tshegofatso Pule, proving with some of the WhatsApp messages and phone records that Mzikayise as well as Shoba were in contact before the murder of Tshegofatso Pule. So we're expecting that the state will be making their case in such a regard, presenting some of the evidence they have, so that the judge can then decide whether this particular case will commence in terms of a trial, and therefore the state will then be able to prove their case in front of the judge here, who will be able to hand out a sentence in the murder case of Shoba.
All right, well, the evidence does seem overwhelming at the moment, but let's see what happens and if this trial actually gets underway today. Thanks very much.